Hello, my name is Representative Pam Powers Hanley, and I represent LD9 in Tucson in the Arizona House. Well, today's video is about two different bills that are going to be on the Ways and Means Committee agenda for tomorrow, which is March 10. And so these are about student tuition organizations. And so a little bit of background, okay? In 2019, I served on the Joint Legislative Income Tax Review Committee. Now, this is a committee that is supposed to meet every year and review our tax credits and eliminate some of them that are not being used or not meeting their goals or something like that. And so the student tuition organization tax credit that is the subject of SB 1041 was one of the ones that we reviewed in 2019. And so what we found in 2019 was that there was very little accountability in this particular student tuition organization tax credit. And so it's currently capped at $5 million a year. SB 1041 would raise it another $5 million every year. And again, though, there are problems with transparency and accountability. So when we started asking questions back in that committee meeting in December 2019, we found out how many scholarships were being awarded, but we didn't know how many students were being awarded these scholarships. And the legislators thought that one scholarship equals one student, but that's not the case. What we found out was that parents routinely apply for multiple scholarships in the same year for the same student, up to 4 scholarships. And so instead of getting $5,000 for their child to go to private or religious school, they were getting $20,000 a year for their student to go to private or religious school. And that shocked representatives on both sides of the aisle. We were also surprised to learn that this particular tax credit, which is for disabled students or displaced students, in other words, foster care kids, they couldn't tell us what percentage were displaced and what percentage were disabled. No records, apparently, on that. They couldn't tell us what the distribution of benefit across the state was. We already know that 70 to 80% of the private schools are in Maricopa County, and so it looks like primarily this benefit is for Maricopa County again. I get tired of having things that only benefit one county and leave the rest of the state out of it. And so I think that I'm against 1041. We don't have accountability. We don't know where your money is going. I think it's unfair to have some students get $20,000 from the state to go to a religious school when we are starving our public schools. This is not fair. The companion bill with this is SB 1118. And so that particular bill says that the amount of money for scholarship will go up because it's kind of a hassle for the parents to have to apply for 4 scholarships for their students to pay for $20,000 a year in a private education, private or religious education. So let's raise the amount. So the 1118 raised the amount for high school from $5,000 and change to $7,500, and it also raises the amount for kindergarten and K through 8 scholarships. And so the state of Arizona has more than $600 million worth of tax credits on the books. We are going to increase our tax credit burden with both of these bills. They have no accountability. There is nothing that makes 1041 more accountable than what we heard back in December 2019. We already know there's no transparency and no accountability. Why would we continue these programs and give them more money without asking for more from them? We need benefit across the state. Right now, the only benefit we have across the state is public education, and that's where this money should go. It should go to public education and to lifting people out of poverty. It should not go to expensive private and religious schools in Maricopa County, which is where it's going now. I could show you the list of schools that we saw back in 2019, but that list is confidential. You're not allowed to know where your money's going. I'm against 1041 and 1118.